Hi everyone, here we are in week 2 of the semester. I'm making this video to show you how to do your homework in week 2 because we will be using Cengage's MindTap component. That's the digital homework component that is attached to your textbook, which is published by Cengage. So this video is just going to walk you through what it's going to look like and the options that you have in terms of earning your grade. So in week 2, I'm going to go to the tab and you will see in week 2 that you have chapters that you have to read in your textbook. So chapters 3 and 4. Now we don't have the physical copy of the textbook this semester. So what I did was I linked up the chapters into the weekly tab. So for this week, for chapter 3, you can see here's your textbook chapter, and then you'll see here's your chapter 4 chapter. So when you click on chapter 3, it will open up. And sometimes for me, it opens up down below. Like once in a while, I have to hover over the bottom here and I will see that I have the Cengage open. It's just not showing up for me. So when you open up your textbook, now I have to get back to it, you'll see here is your chapter 3 textbook, and you'll see that it's a textbook because it has this little textbook icon. So when you click on your chapter, you can scroll through by using the tab. You can click on a word, it will give you the definition. You can highlight pieces of information using different colors. You can add notes and take notes in it. You can even have the textbook read to you.
Beginning the writing process by researching background information.
So if you didn't actually want to read the textbook yourself, there is an audio component that will read it for you. Again, in terms of your notes, you can add your notes in here, you can highlight, and you can also create flashcards that you can use later. So anytime you have a textbook chapter listed in Blackboard, you're going to want to go through the chapter. And then in addition to that, I will always include the lecture slides that correspond with the chapter. So this is supplemental information right here. This is one of those things that you can scroll through on your own. I'm going to start over. So here are the PowerPoint slides that give you the general overview of the chapter in case you were looking for just the general content, not the specific content. Then underneath your 2 reading resources, you have Aplia homework. Aplia is the same thing as MindTap. The words are interchangeable. So when you click on your Aplia assignment, it will open up and you'll see multiple modules in this one chapter. So here we have 6 modules to do, and you can see it's worth 47 points. Now, also notice that you have 3 attempts for each module. So for example, if I go into number 1, I'm just going to randomly click some answers here. I'm going to click these answers, and then the next thing that you do when you're done clicking your answers is you click grade it now. Then you can see what you got wrong. So there's always going to be an explanation for anything that you get wrong. This is true for all Aplia homework. So if you get it wrong, you go back and review it. And then what you can do when you're done reviewing everything is you can try another version. So when you try another version, it's going to be similar content, but it's going to be different specific examples. So then you can continue, you can move on to the next assignment, you can do all of that, but you click grade it now as you go to see where you're at. If you want to X out, you can X out. That didn't do what I wanted it to do. So now I have to go back to chapter 3. Go back into my Aplia assignment, and I can see what my score is on that first one. So I have a 4.7%, a 2.2 out of 47. That's totally fine. You can start and stop this whenever you want. You don't have to do it all in one sitting, but you can see because this is less than a 70%, remember you need a 70% to pass the class, I would go back and I would redo this until I have the highest score that I want, because you can see that it will always keep your highest score. So then when you're done with all of the modules and you've earned the highest score that you want to earn, then you click I'm done, grade assignment now. Do not click this top button. Do not click I'm done, grade assignment now until you have finished every module and you are happy with your score. Once you click this I'm done, grade it now assignment, it automatically connects to Blackboard and it submits your grade. Once that's done, there's no going back and changing it. You can't go back and redo it. So wait until you're happy with everything that you've earned, and then you can grade your assignment now after you have submitted or after you have finished everything and you're ready to submit it. So again, in your chapter or your week 2 folder here, you'll see that you have Applia for both chapters. So here's your chapter 4 Applia. Same type of thing, you're going to have modules within this unit. You can go in any order you want. You could start with number 6 and you could go back and do number 2. You just earn your high score by reviewing it and trying another version, and then when you're done, you grade assignment now. This is the only week where you're going to have this amount of Applia homework, okay? So don't worry too much about, is this the rest of the class? Is the rest of the semester going to be like this? I can't stand doing this. It will be different. Now I want to go back to the top in week 2 and look at items 4 and 5. So review the research report materials and brainstorm research report topics. Everything related to the research report is going to be in this research report materials folder. So when you click on that, you'll see you have MLA and APA information. You're going to use either MLA or APA depending on what your program requires. And then your research paper materials are in here. So we have all sorts of handouts here. We have several examples of student research reports that are A quality, so you can see what we're looking for. We have templates, so you never have to start from scratch. You can use all of the templates here. They'll help keep you on task and they'll help you format the document the way that you want to. And then we have note-taking templates. This research report is going to be done over a number of weeks in the semester, and every week builds upon the previous week. So you're breaking this whole research report assignment down into small steps where you're brainstorming, you're gathering information, you're creating an outline, you're writing an intro first, and then you're gathering information for your body and so on. So it's going to be done in small steps, but the most important thing is to stay on top of your research and stay on top of these assignments because they do build on top of each other. So we'll get more into this in the next few weeks, but that is what the weekly tab is referring to in terms of the research report materials. So anyway, please email me with any questions. Just make sure you're paying attention to the due dates. Remember, you can always monitor your due dates on the calendar, and you can monitor your due dates in the syllabus on the course outline. So hopefully this video helps you figure out what you're supposed to do. I'm always here to help. Just shoot me a message. Good luck, everybody.